Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we arrived here in Musa. Really wasn't much to see, but here it is. We're finally at the end of our journey, huh? Today, we're going to be heading inside of Musa's cathedral or chamber, wherever they kept the crystals, and we're going to be powering them up and seeing if we can't seal away the Knight's Nexus. So, let's get started. Count on us. How do you think Gloria's doing? If you ask me, she's pushing herself way too hard. She keeps saying she's fine, but I can't imagine what it's like to be for her. It was hard enough for me seeing what's become of Musa. I mean, it's her home. She grew up here. She puts a brave face on it, I know, but it's gotta be taking its toll. She's one tough cookie. But that makes it all the easier for her to push herself too far. Yeah, and she's never going to stop putting others first. Which means I have to... Oi, less of you. We're all in this together. Yeah, she's our friend too, you know. Aye, so you can count on us to help us spirits up, alright? Yeah, just don't get too carried away with that, okay, Elvis? You'll only make things worse. Yeah, seconded. Gahaha, is that a smile I see? That's the spirit, laddie. More of that's what we need. After all, you'll not be helping Gloria by moping about the place with a face like a wet weekend. I guess you're right. Thanks, guys. I feel a bit better now. Elvis has X-ray vision. Confirmed. He can see through Seth's mask. So we've got a save point here immediately. That's because, this dungeon's a little open-ended. We've got our pick of where we want to go. We're going to be starting with... Let's go to the far right over here. So, okay. I have many a story for this dungeon, and starting with this area, I can talk about one of them. So, welcome to the Musa Crystal's Resting Place Earth Room. Very, very much of a mouthful. So there are 4 different rooms, each attributed to a various crystal. And each of them are segmented like a maze. We're gonna be here for a while. This is gonna take a little bit. Okay, so we're fighting some Tejas, I believe these guys are. You can examine them. I'll say right now, the enemies in this area, very strong. This is definitely going to be a dungeon that tests your power level. And if you aren't strong enough, well, you're gonna get jumped. I'll just say that right now. This dungeon is not for the weak. Now, okay, story time. The Earth area right here, the Earth room. On the Nintendo Switch, I don't know if it's just me or if this is something that everyone else has had problems with. I legitimately could not see where I was going. Like, it wasn't even like a perspective thing like it usually was, but this is the point where I legitimately started hating the dungeon perspective because I could not see anything. Let's see here. You guys are almost dead, so let's just do like maybe an arrow gun, potentially? I can sweep you all, thankfully. There we go. Okay. It was pure agony navigating this place. And it was definitely the point where I was like, okay, dungeon perspectives in this game suck. And so yeah, I mean, hey, great first impression, guys, for this dungeon. But yeah, this segment really pissed me off. But either way, we've got a new treasure chest here. There's places we gotta navigate. Soul of Thamasa. I feel like I made that same mistake in my Final Fantasy VI series with that. Maybe you also the BD1 playthrough as well. Where is the Soul of Thamasa? There it is. Magic attack plus 20. Very weighty item, though. Okay. That's not too bad. Either way, yeah, great first impression, guys, right? Okay, so this place is honestly not too bad to navigate once you've done it, 3 or 4 times like I have. But I can guarantee you I'm probably still going to miss a treasure chest somewhere. That's Secret. We're going to murder you, so I don't have to examine you. Okay, well that wasn't enough. Here, Ruby Blade. Immune to fire, of course you are. Alright, well then we'll just, I don't have Ghost Slayer, I don't think. Alright, well then we just poke him. There we go. Why was that sound? Why was his voice right there so much louder? That wasn't me. I promise you, that was not editing magic right there. Okay, well, let's move up north. Yeah, the general idea with this dungeon is you can kind of see a bit ahead of where you need to go, and just kind of try to path your way around to where you see above you. I don't know if that really makes sense. 'Cause I was pointing at my screen like you guys could totally see what I was talking about. But yeah, kind of the idea that I use here is I kind of look ahead of where I'm going and try to path a way to that point. And that's hopefully how we can get ourselves to where we need to be. We're almost at level 50, which is a big milestone. I'm not going to put on those Mark of the Voids just yet, but what I am going to do is I realize I still have Sands of Time on here. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, there we go. We fixed that stuff up. This is a dead end, which I don't like, but that's okay. Let's go down here, ambush this guy. I don't think there's too many more enemies for us here in the Earth area, so let's go ahead and examine this last enemy, and then we'll start skipping these encounters. That's a lot of HP, and that's a Doom. Great! Awesome! I love it! Level 50 on everyone! What a milestone. Technically over halfway to max level, because it's only 99 in this game. That is... okay. Another tangent. Here we go! I personally do not like it whenever games cap your level at 99. I wish it was just 100. I know that it was actually technical limitations back in the day, but nowadays I wish that was just the norm, where it was just level 100. It just messes with me so much. And I'm still sad that that's just kind of become a norm for a lot of RPGs. It's just level 99, here you go. Like, oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and skip that guy. We're level 50. We're perfectly fine. We can navigate this place without too much issue. We're going to have to fight these things. Elementals, it's really difficult to know where the elementals are looking. It seems like they just react on sound rather than sight. I have nothing to prove that. I think most enemies in this game are sight-based. But, you know, something tells me that those things have eyes in the back of their head. Now, I need to find my way out of this loop I've gotten myself into. Okay, back to this central area. If I take a right, where does this take me? It takes me up here. Perfect. Thankfully, those secrets, I believe they're called, they just run in a straight line. They're very fast, so if you start running, they're gonna catch you, but you can also just dodge to the left or right and you'll be fine. Okay, over here, another treasure chest. Let's try to find our way over there. It seems like I have to get around this thing. Yep, alright, cool. Easy loop around. Nothing too confusing about that. Let's go grab my treasure chest. Large JP orb. That'll come in handy. There's definitely going to be a point in time where I'm gonna have to just chug a bunch of those. Actually, I wonder what those are made of, you know? Do they, like, eat them? Do they absorb them? Or are they like materia from Final Fantasy VII? I don't know. I like to think that they're, like, just a bottle of juice. You just drink the yellow liquid in there. It's like lemonade, you know? I don't know why. What am I talking about? We're in the climax of our journey, and I'm here talking about JP orbs tasting like lemonade. Yep, that sounds about right. Let's see here. I think I just went in circles. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm smart. Loop around here. I think we are nearing the end of the dungeon. Yep, see, they got eyes in the back of their heads. He was moving to the right, and then he doubled back. Stupid sprites. Gotta keep healing myself. Whee! Okay, hey, buddy. I don't really want to fight you right now, so I'm just gonna kind of sneak by. There we go. Thank you. What's down here? I think there's still a lot more loot for me to find, so I've just gotta try and look for it. Let's go to the right first. I don't know if this is the correct area. Try to bait this guy out. There we go. Grab this treasure chest. Hush pollen. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Oh, hey, buddy. Okay, well, you aren't nearly as gullible. Let me go around here. I guess that other monster just despawned. Okay. And that's a dead end. Okay, so I'm still missing one chest. I think I remember where it is, but I also don't. So I'm gonna go up here and hope to run into it at some point. Alright, let's move up north. Don't see anything there. Hey, our expedition seems to be going alright. Let me go ahead and get rid of this guy. I don't really want to fight you, so let's just go ahead and flee. And move on. I can do the same thing here. Actually, no, because, right, they have eyes in the back of their head. It might not be as easy. Oh, no. Seth coming in clutch. Oh, that's right. I also have a new dagger here. Falcon knife. Yes. Knife imbued with the power of a falcon in flight. I remember we got this. I was just reminiscing about Musa beforehand. I was not talking about that. Anyways, let's move over here. I think I'm about to come up on the actual end of the dungeon here. Yes, I am. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find this last treasure chest, and then I will meet you back here. Aha, there you are. Literally, just to the left of that save point is this treasure chest. It honestly wasn't too bad to get to. Of course, that adds a nice surprise, isn't it? Of course. What are you? It's nothing to worry about. Exactly, Gloria. She's getting jumped. Let's go ahead and save her before she dies. And Giant's gloves. Okay, well, I'll see you back over there with that save point. Okay, we're back here, and I've gone ahead and swapped around my jobs, as you can probably tell, for a very good reason. So I have Seth as a Vanguard Berserker, heavy physical attacker with some good old axes as his weapon, and he's obviously going to be built to doing a lot of physical damage. Gloria is exactly the way she was just a second ago. Really not much for it. I want her to level up on Arcanist, so she's gonna stay there. Elvis is still where he is as Ranger Red Mage. Red Mage subjob is actually going to be pretty useful here, which is why I have Adele as a Red Mage freelancer. Now, this is mostly for the red magic. Now, I could move her subjob around to something else, but I don't know. I was like, okay, I have my pick of what I want to do here, and I'll just go with freelancer in case I need to examine something or body slam or for some reason use Lucky Charm for any reason. I don't know. It was just a strange pick, but it's all right. I've also built her to have, let's see here. She's also going to be a pretty heavy-hitting attacker, though the main reason why I would recommend Red Mage for this next encounter is not only for good old earth damage, but also because healing is going to be very, very crucial with this encounter. So, let's move on up. Yeah, that is not a nice-looking beastie.
We won't be going easy on you.
Also, Elvis has the big brush, and it's such a cool-looking item. This is the Immortal. This crafty wee devil focuses primarily on using Contagion to just drain your MP bar. Pretty much everything he does can apply Contagion, and he just has some pretty mean physical attacks as well. As you can see there, Contagion. Now, the thing is, he's undead. He's also weak to Earth, meaning Red Mage is really, really good in this fight. He's also weak to axes, which means he's gonna die to Vanguard pretty easily, don't you think? Yeah. He has 2 counters, but neither of them are really all that annoying, so we kind of have free reign to do what we wanted with this guy. We're going to be mainly using Gloria here as a Contagion curer, rather than a healer. Let's go ahead and get around to her turn. We're going to want to remove Contagion on Seth first.
Here I go.
And then we're going to go ahead and build our defenses up. And hopefully... Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and heal him. Healara, here we go. Let's get that Contagion off of Gloria. And then we're going to start building up our resources. We are going to do, let's do 2 shell splits. Lower his physical defense. You can see that does so much damage. That does so much damage. Go ahead and defend here. Oh man, lots of Contagion. Let's go ahead and default for right now. And then let's start going on the offense here. Neo Cross Slash time. Let's see how much damage this does. Look at that. That is just half his HP bar gone right there. Let's go ahead and follow that up with some Healagas. We'll do 2 Healagas and then let's do a Stone Ga here. There we go. Stone Ga. Yeah, that didn't do as much, but that's okay. It's just extra damage here. And then let's continue that with Elvis Healaga. I could also do Undead Slayer, but I don't think I have that on him just yet. There we go. We're still standing. 33,000 HP, that's not enough to wipe him out immediately, but Gloria goes next, and then Adele, oh yeah, this guy does not have a turn coming up. Let's go ahead and go to the negative. I want to go ahead and try and finish these encounters as fast as possible, because I don't want to be here for forever. And while I do have a lot of stories pertaining to these bosses, the Immortal is not one of them. I always found this guy kind of easy, so I don't really have much to talk about with him. I just like healing him to death, similar to Vigentio. Let's go ahead and heal Aga. I should have braved a little bit more, but we can have Seth finish this off. There we go. And we got a Eurytos bow for this. And we can move forward, putting the Earth Crystal in its rightful place.
The crystals were created that the essential equilibrium of creation might be maintained. The Night's Nexus was sealed away in order that this precarious balance might be upheld. Do you seek the same thing? Harmony, equilibrium.
Well, I've never really thought about it that much, to be honest. I set out on this journey to try and decipher the book Lady Emma left behind. I just happened to run into Gloria, and the next thing I know, I'm chatting with the Earth Crystal. Then one thing led to another, and here I am.
So all is accidental. Nothing is as you willed it.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, life's all about funny coincidences, isn't it? You set out to achieve one thing, then you get sidetracked. But every decision I made, I stand by. I freely chose the path that led me here.
And in choosing, made the path your own.
Aye, that's about right. So, don't worry. We'll do what you need us to do. We'll seal the Night's Nexus away again and save the world. But I can't guarantee there won't be another detour or two along the way.
It matters not. All roads lead to the same destination. I, like you, care little for the method, so long as the result is achieved.
A crystal after my own heart. Alrighty, let's go and teach this Night's Nexus a lesson, shall we?
There we go. The Earth Crystal is in its rightful place. And we got a party chat. Elvis's journey. I really didn't think things would pan out like this, I must say. What do you mean? Well, back when it all began, I was only interested in finding out what was written in Lady Emma's book. But then one thing led to another, and, well, more has happened since then than I can even try to remember. And somehow, somewhere in there, we ended up on a quest to save the world of all things. I know no one can see the future. Still, I never expected that. And you know, I've learned something along the way. Something important. I've learned how little I really know, and how much more I want to. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that this has been a real journey of discovery. The discovery of my own cluelessness. You're one of a kind, Elvis. You really are. It takes someone very special to admit how little they truly know. Well, if there's so much still for you to find out, I guess our journey can't end yet, right? No way. My quest for knowledge has only just begun. Good to hear, Elvis. Let's go ahead and heal up. I'm gonna swap my jobs back over, and then we're heading into another chamber. Our next room of choice, I believe, will be this one. Middle left. Yup. Welcome to the fire room. Now, this area's gimmick, not being foliage and branches covering our way, but teleport pads that we're going to have to navigate. Here we go. Let's start by going to the left here. This takes us somewhere. I wish I had a mini-map, but okay, there's nothing in this area, so we take this another pad. This leads to somewhere. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, aren't I?
We've got the upper hand, guys.
No new enemies here, that's unfortunate. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and take them all down. Take this pad here. Oh, that's right, I have to find all the treasure chests here. I forgot about that. I have to take every possible path for that, I think. Oh, I'm gonna be here for a while. Go down here. I don't really have a story for this area either. I actually think this is probably the least annoying of... Actually, no, that's a lie. We're back here in the start. Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a bit. I don't think this is the least annoying of the areas. But so I did this room first. On my first playthrough, this was my first impression of the Crystal Dungeon. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. It's just a little annoying because you have the time waiting for the teleport pad animation to play out for you to go to the next area really does add up after a while. And so it can feel like you're here for a while, but honestly, it's not too bad. And honestly, I don't really have like another story. There really isn't anything too terrible about this segment. It's pretty inoffensive. It just kind of takes a little bit. Oh, hey, there's our treasure chest mocking me behind there. Go ahead and kill this rat bit. Level 51 for the whole crew. Slowly but surely, getting to my threshold where I don't want to do anymore. There's the boss. That's exciting. I didn't intend to find you immediately. I'm gonna not do that right now. I'm gonna go this way. That sent me straight back to the entrance, huh? Okay, well. Okay, let's take this western path here. I think I remember where I need to go for a lot of these treasure chests. If we take this path and then follow this way, there's really only a one-way path here. So keep following these teleport paths. And then eventually, we're going to come down here, go south. Obviously still the only place we can go. And then if we take this pad, we should end up in kind of like another fork in the road where we have multiple options. I confused this for being the start again earlier when actually, in actuality, it is not. So what we want to do now is let's take this left path. This should take us to a treasure chest. Perfect. 2 elixirs. Super good. Okay. Take this path back. And that should send us over here, which is literally just across the wall. There's really nowhere else for to go except for here. That sends us... I think this is above that? Yes, okay, so we can kind of just loop this around again. Cool. So this will take us back into that fork area, which I then want to go down here. This should take me to another chest. Yes, perfect. Finally figured it out. Red cap. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Red cap, there it is. Unique bloodstained headwear, usually worn in order to intimidate. Has dread immunity, pretty good. And a lot of speed boosts as well, speed +8. Now this, I actually don't know where it's gonna take me. Where am I? I think this is the actual entrance. Okay, this is the actual entrance. So we gotta repeat that again, and there should be one more chest for me to find somewhere over there. Actually, no. I think what I needed to go do is take the right path here at the very start, follow this through, and then go south, I think? I don't know. I've been here for about 5 minutes, just kind of remembering where everything is. Okay, yeah, there it is. Perfect. I don't know how I missed that the first time around. Safety ring, very good item to have. Okay, now we can go say hi to the boss again. Okay, I've changed up my setup a little bit, just to go ahead and briefly talk about that. Gloria is on Bastion White Mage. She's going to be playing our tank healer. You guys know it, you guys love it. Elvis is still exactly the way he was. I've moved Sith's sub-job over to Dragoon because I'm going to want to take advantage of Thunder Thrust and Spirit Surge. These are going to be very, very useful. And then, speaking of Dragoon, Adele's on Dragoon, and she's going to be completely destroying this boss with Thunder Thrusts and Spirit Surges and Angons. And she has Phantom as her sub-job, so she can take advantage of Achilles' Heel, which will, hopefully, give her lots of critical damage. That is the hope, that is the wish. In terms of abilities, here's what I've got. Nothing too crazy. I've built Gloria and Elvis out for survival and support, and Seth and Adele out for damage. Ideally, we can take this down without too much issue. I won't have surpassing power on here, so we're going to be kind of capped on our damage, but hopefully we don't run into any major issues with that. So, let's get it on.
Come, do your worst. Let me see.
This is Kotoble Pass. Good old friend from Final Fantasy VI. Let's go ahead and examine what you're all about. 101,960 HP, weak to lightning, axes, and spears. Once again, a fight that'll break in half if you bring in Vanguard, but I'm going to be taking the Dragoon route. Let's go ahead and see how much damage Thunder Thrust does. Just standard damage, 1,400. That's not great, but that's okay. Elvis, we're going to default with you. We're going to default with everyone. The Kotoble Pass is a physical attacker, meaning he also has the ability to activate Berserk on himself, which is not great, but we are going to hopefully not run into any major issues when it comes to that. But because he is a heavy physical attacker, we are going to be trying to avoid taking too much damage. Thankfully, Gloria here is taking all the hits for us. Let's go ahead and apply Rampart, and then we'll heal her. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to start going on the offense here pretty soon. Let's go ahead and do 3 Thunder Thrusts and a Spirit Surge, get our HP, 8 MP back up. Seth is really here just for show. The main star of the show here this time around is definitely going to be Adele. Let's see how much Thunder Thrust does. There we go. That's some decent damage. Obviously, this one's going to take a bit longer because I want to try other strategies, but, you know, this still won't be that bad. Here comes his Brave Attack. Standard attacks. Nothing that we can't avoid. I could try to switch something out on Seth's weapons, but I think what we've got right now is okay. There goes Elvis, doing some decent damage. And we're taking him down pretty slowly but surely. I think this is okay. Once again, I really don't have much of a story when it comes to this fight. I didn't really find this guy all that difficult. I know there are a few people who did. These crystal bosses are pretty notorious for being some of the harder fights in the game. But don't worry, my stories will be coming up later. Oh boy. Just lots of little chip damage working out. Right, so we're gonna use Rampart here, and then we're going to use Curaga on the entire party twice, I think, and then we'll use an Ether on her. Okay, I did not need to do 2 Curagas, but it still worked out. There's Berserk Marathon. He's gonna do a lot of damage now. Unfortunately, we need to find a way to get that off of him. Let's go ahead and utilize Invincible to get ourselves a barrier while we try to recover this. There's the big shield right there. Thank you, Gloria. Let's see if we can't get our HP and MP back up. And let's use our big old Thunderbolt Thrust. This should definitely do max damage at least. Oh, okay, well, close enough. Rampart up and Cura. And then we just kind of have to wait for him to start attacking. There's Berserk Marathon again. Heavy hitting attack, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and use Curaga. Top everyone up, and then let's go on the offense. He's at 10,000 HP. I think we can finish this off. Thunder Thrust time. And there we go. Kotoble passes down. Definitely did that in a non-standard way for sure, but not too bad. With that boss down, let's go ahead and put the fire crystal right where it belongs.
Hear me, Sylph who walks with men. Your sister's soul is lost, devoured by the Nexus. Naught remains save a bitter and endless loathing. Though you try to reach her, your words fall on deaf ears. She feels naught but hatred. And yet, knowing this, you choose to press on nonetheless?
Of course I do. We were inseparable from as long ago as I can remember. We drink nectar from the same flowers. Talk forever about leaving the village. I remember when she first found out about the outside world. About humans. She was so excited.
Yet now she would see that world destroyed. Now she serves a force bent on creation's end. Now she burns with hatred's flame. Does this not stir the fire within you too?
No. I know that what I'm doing is right. I know I have to stop her. She taught me to love the world, and everyone in it. I won't let what she loved so much be destroyed. I can't.
Adele's journey. I still can't believe what Edna's doing. She must know that releasing the Knight's Nexus is going to wind up destroying the world. All she used to talk about was how great humans were, and how I had to go and see their world for myself. She seemed like she thought you were all so incredible. And I don't doubt for a moment that she did. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, I've certainly had a lot of fun coming here and meeting a bunch of humans anyhow. I don't think I've ever realized how different you all are until I set out on this journey. Some people are just plain evil, they do terrible, terrible things for terrible reasons, they don't feel any remorse. I guess so, huh? There's no denying that. But not all of you are like that. In fact, most of you aren't. Most humans are good, like you guys. I guess Edna must have just met some of the good ones back when she was telling me about you all. That'll be why she always so keen to make me understand how great you all are. And you agree with what she told you, right? Of course I do. Thanks so much for proving her right, all of you. And you really have proven it. I'm proud to call you all my friends. Now, let's go stop Edna and save the world. Next time on Bravely Default 2, we enter the remaining 2 chambers and put the crystals back in their rightful spots, opening the way to stopping Edna and the Knight's Nexus. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.